Hello, welcome to a new Let's Play on the channel. Continuing the Gran Turismo marathon because, honestly, I do not want to play. I'm gonna be completely honest. Where's the options? There it is, to the bottom, I forgot. I'll be completely honest. Okay, so 16 by 9 because this game's got a native widescreen mode and I want to play in widescreen. But yeah, I want to be honest, I do not want to do Crash Team Racing. I'm sorry that I did that poll. I should have thought ahead, like I really don't like being told what to do, and I shouldn't have done a subscriber viewer voted poll. I'm sorry. I just want to do what I want to do. I do want to play Crash Team Racing. I just don't want to do it right now. I got the itch for GT3 to just move right onto it. So we're just doing it. I will do Crash Team Racing eventually though, but I'm not gonna I don't know. I am gonna do Crash Team Racing eventually. I just don't know when. Also, I forgot to do a thing. Hang on one second. Oh my god, I forgot to close my window. It's a good thing I closed it. Okay. But yeah, we're doing GT3 because I got the urge to just continue the thing. Also, yes, so what I could do is I could just turn the race and replay music off, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to have to fucking edit the start and finish jingles back in all over again like I did with GT2. I'd rather avoid all the music editing. So instead, what you can do is just manually turn all of the songs off. And that's exactly what I'm gonna fucking do right now. Let me just make sure they're all turned off still. Okay, good. And controls. Acceleration, right stick up. Brakes, right stick down. And everything else stays the way it needs to be. Transmission, manual. Unlike the PS1 games, you do not set your transmission before every race in GT mode. Or simulation mode, whatever you want to call it, whatever region you're in. You just set it in the options, and you're good for all of GT mode. The assists are a different story. Turning them off in the options, they will be turned off in arcade mode. However, in simulation mode, you have to turn the assists off manually on every car, and it's a fucking pain in the ass, but it is what it is. And that's all wheel shit, and I don't need to save anything. So, yeah. I will actually do a quick memory card save, though. I also turned my earbuds down a little bit, because they were kind of hurting the ears. So, what we've got in this game, we've got, just like in GT1 and GT2, although I didn't show it off in GT2 because it's on a separate disc and has nothing to do with progression, so didn't bother showing it, but just like GT1 and GT2, we've got an arcade mode, with all these options, you know, difficulty levels and shit. Its own clear status, progress, shit. And we've also got the classic simulation mode, which is gonna be the main focus of what we're doing here in this Let's Play. Because it's just, you know, yeah. But, for the most part, well, I can't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, right. In the game status here, you'll see, like, you know, the completion, just like in the first... Well, actually, no, you didn't have a game status screen in the first game. But just like GT2, there's a completion status screen. Unlike GT1 and GT2, your arcade mode progression actually does count towards your overall game completion. So, we're going to be doing arcade mode in this Let's Play, as well as simulation mode. And I'll be right back again, because I need to do another thing real quick. Anyway, yeah. So, we're actually going to start the Let's Play off by doing the first area of arcade mode. And that's going to be the first episode. So, hard mode, because that's just, you know... Oh, Jesus, why does this footage look like it's running in fucking fast-forward speed? Oh my god. Anyway, emulator issue, we're gonna do hard mode, because it's just, I'm gonna use this car for this episode, for the road races. Yeah, we're doing hard mode, because it's, the difficulty stacks, and I don't want to have to do all the races on all 3 difficulties, so I'm just doing hard mode, because the difficulty stacks, and, oh, also, I'm gonna show another thing. I'm not gonna do this, but if you hold down the bumpers, you get access to professional mode. But I'm not bothering with that, because professional mode doesn't actually give you any progress. Only hard mode does, so... Manual transmission, because in arcade mode it still asks you what transmission you want, but in save state also, in GT mode it doesn't. Brand new jingle for GT3. All of the menu sounds are the same. But, as GT2, I mean. All the menu sounds in GT3 are the same as they are in GT2, but the jingles that start and finish the races are brand new. As is the menu music. It's just reused sound effects from the menus. Also, huge graphical upgrade from PS1 to PS2, as you can see. Because we are, in fact, on PlayStation 2 with this game. Anyway, you saw enough of the car. I'm going back into my comfortable view. Also, I am playing the North American version, but I do have metric units enabled. That is an emulator hack. It's an emulator cheat. But yeah. I think I actually successfully made it around everyone clean. Wow. Okay, nice. Also, yeah, the emulator is doing a lot of heavy lifting to make the game look even better than it actually does on console. But trust me, even on an actual PS2, just playing the game at native 480i resolution, the game is still fucking gorgeous, even now. Like, this game is still fucking beautiful. It just happens to look even better in the emulator. Also, yes, this is going to be a 100% playthrough, just like GT1 and 2 were. Which means, yes, I am going to be dealing with the tedious-ass professional league. That also means that this Let's Play is definitely going to be quite long. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm glad that I'm finally getting this shit started. And because the professional league is so tedious in this game, I know I'm going to be taking breaks. A lot of breaks, and just kind of like let's playing other games in between certain portions of this game, just to make sure I don't get burned out. And one of those will probably end up being Crash Team Racing. I just don't want to focus on more than one game at a time. But if I'm taking a break from GT3, then obviously I can focus on a different game in the meantime, and then come back to GT3 after. I just don't want to get burnt out on GT3, because I know how tedious the late game gets. And there's our first W. Hell yeah. Do 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 do. Nice. And yeah, I'll save this replay. I'll just call it part 1. And hope and pray that the replay doesn't fucking break. Okie dokie. There's race 1 complete. On to race 2 at Midfield Raceway. Oh, damn. Little graphical glitch at the bottom of the screen. On midfield, let's go. Also, yeah, as you can see, there's a... Unlike with the first 2 games, when you look at the gears, there's a, before like the more like crazy corners, like the ones that you need to slow down for, as you can see the red gear there, the 3, yeah, once that starts flashing, it's basically telling you to brake, you fucking moron. I'm not calling you a moron, I'm saying that, like, that's what the flashing thing is saying. It's basically telling whoever's playing, quote-unquote, brake, you fucking moron. So I'm calling myself the moron. Anyway, just want to clarify that so nobody misunderstands what I said. I'm not calling the viewers morons, I promise. Okay, yep. Some fishtailing, that's always fun. That's what you get when you turn your assists off. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa. Okay, anyway, I forgot to save state before starting this race. Oh god. That wasn't clean. I was trying to make a clean overtake. It didn't happen. I did not mean to make contact there either. Oh dear god. Oh dear god. Oh dear god. Oh dear god. Whew. Oh, I think that's a Zonda, isn't it? Also, yeah, another thing about GT3. This game's got a significantly reduced car list compared to GT2. GT2 Vanilla had like 650 cars, and I think Project A-Spec had like 700 something, at least the build I played had like, you know, I think like maybe like 700 something, maybe a little bit less, I don't know. GT3 only has around like 180 cars. it's much closer to like GT1 in terms of car count. But what they did with the car count, how they managed to like make it work, and like they really stretched it out and made as much content as they could with that small car roster for this game. Oh, can I get in the slipstream? Can I get in the slipstream? Let's go. Was it a dirty overtake? Yes. Will I take it? Also yes. I just realized this is gonna be so much fucking easier to edit than GT2 was. Because I don't have to edit in a bunch of music! Hip hip hooray! Okay. Also, GT3's event structure, it's similar to GT2's event structure in that there's a lot of single race events, but at the same time, the way the license requirements are laid out in the GT mode is much different from GT2. Instead of the individual races in a cup requiring different licenses to enter each race, it's more like GT1, where the entire cup only requires one specific license. And so because of that, I'm going to be formatting this closer to how I formatted GT1, where I'm going to get a license, do all the events for that license, and then move on to getting the next license. Unlike GT2, where I wanted to keep the events consistent, so I just got all the licenses first. Well, 5 out of the 6 licenses first. And then got the 6th license at the end, or close to the end. In this game, I'm just going to be doing the licenses, or getting the licenses as I need to get them. And also, because there's a lot of events in the beginner league that don't actually require any licenses, I almost downshifted to second when I didn't want to do that. Oh god, no, no, no! Oh shit, don't fuck up now. Block Turismo 3. Okay. Anyway, yeah, because there's plenty of events in the beginner league that don't even require a license. There's actually a lot of racing we're going to be doing before we need to even get a single fucking license. So that's fun. That's nice. Anyway. There's another trophy. Time to move on to the next race, which is a rally event at Smoky Mountain. And this time around, I'm going to use the Evo 7 prototype. This time around, unlike it being just a time trial against a ghost, this is actually a race. Which, yeah, it's not realistic to what rally actually is, but It's closer to like rallycross, but and also it's not point to point. It's still, you know, an actual circuit, but it's at least like it's. Hey, I mean, at least there's actually like stakes now. Because in GT2 I had the 60 FPS hack turned on. And because of that, the rally time trial, like, ghost cars were broken. The data was broken. But GT3 is natively 60 FPS. So, and even if it wasn't natively 60 FPS, that guy back there is not a ghost car. That is an actual sentient, well, not sentient, it's AI, but in, like, the canon Gran Turismo universe, that is actually a sentient driver behind me. In real life, obviously, it's not. It's just artificial intelligence, but in the universe, in the Gran Turismo universe, that is a actual sentient, competent driver behind me that could bump me off the track if he wanted to, and I could bump him off the track if I wanted to. You know what I mean? You get what I mean. But yeah, and yeah, the actual opponents don't, like, they aren't affected by any 60 FPS hack, but thankfully this game is natively 60 frames per second, so I don't need a 60 FPS hack. Also, yes, I still have a cough, because even though I'm not sick anymore, I didn't need to brake that hard there, I really didn't. I can full throttle most of this track. Anyway, yeah, even though I do not have a cold anymore, I did officially get over the cold. I do still have, I do still have, God, I can't even remember what I was gonna say now, fuck. Right, I do still have a bit of a cough left over, but yeah, I'm over the cold now that I had during the end of GT2 and, like, all of Destruction Derby arenas, but I still have a bit of a cough left over. Tickle in my throat kind of thing. That's not fun. And talking as much as I am is aggravating it, but we deal. We deal. We deal. I was kind of debating doing this Let's Play on original hardware, actually. I didn't need to brake that hard there, I just did because I'm not used to chase cam. Ah! Anyway, I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, it was something about... Right! I was debating whether I wanted to do this Let's Play on original hardware or not, because I actually have a PS2 and I have this game. But then I was like, I don't have an upscaler, so... like, the video would be in, like, straight up interlaced... like, it would be a straight up interlaced capture. And I don't want to make y'all watch that. Now, I don't have a proper upscaler, the capture would be interlaced, and I don't want to make y'all have to fucking deal with that, so... we're playing on the emulator. And I am, in fact, using PCSX2 for this. Fuck. I'm sorry. I really genuinely wish I wasn't coughing this much. Oh, also, I can't believe I forgot to mention this, because this is, like, actually, like, super fun fact about my life, in general, just kind of, like, you know, this game means, this might not be my favorite game in the Gran Turismo series, but this game means a lot to me. Because this right here was the first video game I ever fucking played. Not just the first, like, I don't just mean the first Gran Turismo game I ever played, or the first racing game I ever played, or the first PS2 game I ever played. No, this was the first game I ever fucking played. First time I ever picked up a video game controller and controlled a fucking video game. It was Gran Turismo 3. So, yeah. This game means a lot to me. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to mention that. This was literally the first video game I ever played. It's still running, these are still running, and fast forward, like, that's so funny. Jesus, that's so funny. Alright. On to Swiss Alps, which this is a new track, kind of a new track for GT3. This is actually, a mixture of two different tracks from GT2. Ah! Those two tracks from GT2 being the other Smoky Mountain that was not the one that we were just on, and Green Forest Roadway are the two tracks from GT2 that turned into Swiss Alps. You can see elements of both while looking at the Swiss Alps map. Yeah. Just thought I'd mention that. Probably didn't need to go all the way down to second gear there. I think I'm trusting the flashing gear thing a little bit too much. Because in GT3, the flashing gear thing is actually really good. Like, that's, like, it starts flashing at, like, usually the perfect time to brake, right? But in GT4, it's a different story, and I'm so used to, when it comes to PS2 GT games, I'm actually more used to GT4 right now than I am the GT3. And GT4, the flashing gear thingy, the suggested gear, is there in GT4 as well, but it starts flashing, like, it's not as trustworthy in GT4 as it is in GT3. It starts flashing way earlier than it should, or way later than it should, with no in-between. So, yeah. I'm starting to get a little sleepy, so I'm not talking as much as I was earlier, but it's a-okay. You know what? I don't think I'm... As long as I win the next two... As long as I win this race and the next two races first try, I'm not gonna need to do any fucking editing to this episode. At all. Nice. let's go. Sorry I'm not talking a whole lot during this race. I am starting to get sleepy, and I'm also kind of running out of things to talk about. So that's always fun. Oh, I just remembered. I gotta be awake early in the morning for a protest. So I think I'm only gonna record 2 episodes of GT3 tonight, and then I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep because I need to be awake on time, and it's like almost 5 in the morning right now, and yeah, I need sleep. I haven't slept yet. I mean, to be fair, I took a few naps today. I took a couple naps today. Okay. Is that another awesome finish? Also, by the way, I'm not going to be turning the assist completely off on every car in GT mode. Oh, sorry for the burp. The only reason the assists are completely turned off in arcade mode is because you can't kind of like fine-tune the assists in arcade mode like you can in GT mode. And just turning the assist completely off is the closest I can get to what I actually like having my assist settings at. Although rally events are always assist turned off, no matter what. Anyway. Time for race 5, Trial Mountain. Here's another familiar track. I should have been launching in second gear, but I keep forgetting to do that. Phew. Anyway, yeah. Can you believe this game came out, like... Can you believe this game is 24 years old? This game came out 24 years ago. And it's still fucking beautiful. Like, yeah, it definitely doesn't look like a modern, like, PS5 game or anything. Nowhere near. But it still holds up. Like, it still looks like... This still looks fucking good. Like, I don't know. I feel like even the biggest graphics snob on the planet could look at this and be like, you know what, this is fine. This is fine. I don't want to yeet and fuck everything up. Anyway, yeah. Really glad I'm playing GT3 now on the channel. Whoa, fuck. Also, yeah, this is, because GT3, when you start the simulation mode, GT3 is really easy to get stuck and, like, soft lock yourself in. So I actually, before doing this Let's Play, while I was in the middle of doing the GT2 Let's Play, I played through a decent chunk of GT3, like, close, I think maybe a little bit over 50% completion in the game, to basically map out how my Let's Play is gonna go. Or at least, like, how the first bit of the Let's Play is gonna go anyway. At least until I've basically gotten the game, like... basically, I've gotten the whole thing mapped out, at least until I finally escape poverty. Well, in-game poverty. And, once I escape that, that's when I know I'm good to, well, once I escaped that, that was when I knew I didn't need to map shit out anymore. But, like, the first, like, 50% of the game has been mapped out. I played through a chunk of it while I was Let's Playing GT2. I played through a fucking chunk of this to map out a route that will actually get me through the game, like the early game, while also being able to use the starter car that I really fucking want to use, which usually would get me soft locked, but I did a lot of trial and error and a lot of thinking and a lot of mapping shit out, and I've gotten the route to an optimal point where I can start with that car and not have too many major issues. So, hooray! Ah! Main event Jey Uso! Yeet! Just me, Us! Okay. Day one is just me, Us! Day one-ish! I had to say it because, I hit the yeet chicane, and I yeeted the car, and Jey Uso's thing is yeet. So, main event Jey Uso! Fuck! Just me, Uso! Oh god, no! Here we go. This is a problem. I fucked up the line in that turn too. Oh dear god. Fuck. Come on. Take the fucking slipstream. I don't want to eat it this time because I don't want to fuck anything up. okay. Keep on the apex. Much better than last lap. Much better than last lap. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Oh shit, here he comes. It's okay. Got him. Also, by the way, the reason these races are all 5 laps is because I'm doing hard mode. The laps are, unlike the first 2 games, the difficulty levels also, like, count towards lap count in arcade mode. So easy mode races are 2 laps, normal mode races are 3 laps, hard mode races are 5 laps, and professional mode races are 10 laps. So yeah. And on to the final race of this video, Midfield Raceway Reverse. Because the reverse tracks are, they actually mean something again in GT3. Also, yeah, I'm gonna launch in 2nd gear this time, because I don't want to be stupid. thing I love about the, that was terrible. The thing I love about the reverse tracks in GT3, even though I don't like driving on reverse tracks, is that, GT3's reverse tracks, whoa, fuck, GT3's reverse tracks also have aesthetic changes compared to the normal tracks to make them really stand out. Like, this is much more foggy and overcast than the forward race on Midfield was. You know what I mean? But also, the weather is not dynamic. This is a PS2 game, and they were not able to pull off dynamic weather yet. They did eventually start doing dynamic weather, just not on the PS2. And oh, trust me, I will get to those games. Oh, fuck. Don't spin. Fuck. Oh god. Here they come. Here they fucking come. And there I go. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having fun. Third gear. Jesus Christ. Move it. Oh, here they come again. They're really trying. Use the curb. Use the curb. Take advantage of that. The curb is your friend in GT3, for real. The curb is genuinely your friend in GT3. It's funny as hell. Yeah. They changed that in GT4. In GT4, you definitely want to avoid the curb on most occasions, but in GT3, the curb is your best friend. It's funny as hell. Actually downshifting to second on the straight, so I don't spin, but I'm also able to get my speed, my acceleration back up. I did not mean to go all the way down to second there, by the way. That was an accident. My finger slipped on the L2 button. Or technically the LT button. Because I'm using an Xbox Series X controller. But, so like the left trigger. But this is a PS2 game, so I'm just gonna say the L2 button. It's the L2 button. On to the final lap. Okay, nice. I did not mean to ride up onto the grass there, I just wanted to be on the curb, but that happened. Unfortunate. Anyway. Nice. Made it through, hell yeah. And there we go. Area A of arcade mode has been completed. Get the trophy. And if we just go back into single race real quick, you can see I have unlocked more tracks. So yeah. And if we go to clear status, you can see from doing the races on just hard mode, I've also gotten the progression for easy and normal. So yeah, thank you for watching part 1 of Let's Play Gran Turismo 3. And unlike the GT2 mod that I was playing, which only the mod is called A-Spec, Gran Turismo 3 is actually officially called Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. Anyway, thanks for watching part 1 of Let's Play Gran Turismo 3. I'll catch you in the next episode where we're going to start the simulation mode. Bye!